everybody, I'm Sean. Welcome to another episode of Angling Spiders. Welcome back, everybody. On today's episode, it is another Gear Review Wednesday, and before I get into the product that I want to give you an overview of, just a quick note on these gear reviews. I will admit that in the past, when companies reached out to me to review their products, I was taking some that were a little bit marginal in terms of use or applicability to the channel. I am not going to be doing that anymore. So what I will be committing to all of you who watch the channel is that any gear reviews that I do in the future are going to be on products that either I am really interested in or actually fit with the channel. And the one that I'm going to do today is a perfect example of that. So let's get to it. All right, so this is the product that I got sent. This is the OGERY outdoor camping fan, their F11 model. And as you probably can tell, it is a battery powered fan. This has a lot of practical applications, and I don't know why, but I had actually never thought of a full-sized fan battery powered. I know there's a lot of gadgets out there these days that you can buy that have little small handheld fans that are battery operated, but I have never really seen many full-size battery operated fans. And this one has some other features that also I think make it actually quite practical for not only camping but all kinds of other outdoor applications. So let's get into the unboxing. Let's pull this thing out, show you the features, and then I'll show you it working and give you my initial impressions. Let's get to it. All right, everybody, here is the OGERY fan out of the box, and what you'll notice on the front here, I'll go through the features, are a variety of different buttons that control the unit. The biggest one here is actually the power button, and it works in two different ways. First, you can just push it and the fan will turn on, and then you can push it again to turn the fan off. Or you can turn the fan knob, which will not only turn the fan on, but if you continue to turn it, will increase the speed of the fan all the way to 100%, and there are indicators here at 25, 50, 75, and 100. To turn the fan down, you just turn the knob the other way, and eventually you can turn it all the way off. There are 4 other buttons on the front of the fan. The first one is a timer, and if the fan is on, and it has to be on in order to use it, you can set the timer by pressing it once, and it will indicate 1 hour, twice for 2 hours, 3 times for 4 hours, and 4 times for 8 hours, and so that's an automatic shut off. Next to that, you've got the oscillation button. So if you press that once, it's going to oscillate 30 degrees. Now, what I have noticed is when you first press the oscillation button, it goes through a full cycle before it goes to 30 degrees. So it will do the entire cycle, and so we'll let it run here. It's doing the entire 120. And now on the next run here, it will do the 30 degrees. And there we go. Now if you press it again, it will go to 60 degrees, 90, and 120. And if you press those, it will do the same thing. It will run through a cycle before it goes on to those modes. The other button next to the power knob is the light control. So if you press it once, it will turn the light on. If you press it again, it will get brighter. If you press it again, it will get even brighter. And then if you press it again, it will turn off. Now, the last button is the sleep mode, nighttime mode, and that is just basically to turn all of the lights off. If you're, let's say you're in a tent and you don't want these little blue indicator lights that are all going to be on here bothering you, you can press this and it will shut off all of those lights so that there's no lights coming from the unit. And that's really all that one does. You can also manually move the fan both left and right, and tilt it both up and down. Now I'll show you the back of the unit. All right, everyone, so here's the back of the unit and some important things to note here. First and foremost, you got some specs in terms of your input and output just on this sticker in the middle. But on the bottom here, what you'll see is a couple of ports. These are important. There's a USB port and a USB-C port. These are the USB port is out only, so you can use this to charge any USB chargeable devices. And the USB-C port is both in and out. So this is how you charge the unit with the cord that comes with it, but you can also charge out of it. So this battery is also basically a battery storage pack that you can use to charge your devices like your phones or your GoPro camera, etc. The other thing that goes back here is there's a little storage compartment right here that is for the remote control. And the remote is basically the same, all the same buttons that you would find on the front of the unit. You've got your fan speed, you've got your light brightness, you've got the nighttime switch, you've got your oscillation, and you've got your timer. So it's exactly the same buttons that are on the front. It's just that you've got a handy remote if you want to use that and don't want to have to get up from your chair as you're relaxing to use this unit. A couple of other features now that I want to go over quickly, and then I'm going to show you this thing in action. At the very top here, you've got a handy carrying handle. So you can pick it up and turn it around just like that. And in addition to that, you've got a hook on this unit on the very bottom. And this is super handy if you want to hang this unit upside down and have it oscillate facing downwards, which you can do. So if you had this in a tent and you wanted to hang it from the center of your tent inside, you can actually hang this upside down. And then what you can do is adjust the angle of the fan, and it's going to rotate just like this. And now it's hanging, and you can use it in that way as well, which is pretty handy. All right, now that I've given you guys an unboxing, the next thing that I want to do is take this unit and do a couple of tests. So the first one that I want to do, what's the distance on the remote control? So I've got my chair set up in the back here. So I'm going to go hang it on the tree by this lower hook that I showed you, and then I'm going to test out whether or not I can turn it on from where I'm standing. All right, so you probably can't tell, but I've got it set up about 6.5 meters away, or about 20 feet. Now, I'm going to test out the remote. I'm not going to be able to test the fan from this distance because I won't be able to tell whether it's on or off, but what I can use is the lights. So at this distance, the lights did not turn on. What I'm going to do is move a meter closer every time. So the range on the remote with the lights is about 4 meters or 12 feet. Beyond that, it kind of picks it up once in a while. I actually got it to turn on once from here, so I got it to go once from 20 feet, but it's not really comfortable from 20 feet. It's more like the range of 12 to 15 feet, which I think, given how you're going to be using this thing, you're probably going to be within that distance of it at all times anyway, so I don't see a problem with that. All right, in addition to that, from a practical application standpoint, here we go. As I was saying, you can hang this thing from a tree. So if you are out somewhere and you don't have a little table to set this on and you want to have a fan, there you go. You can hang it from a tree. You can see I've got a chair sitting here, and basically what I can do is angle it towards the chair and tilt it towards me, and there you go. You are set up. Let's sit down, have a look, and test this thing out. All right, and here's my fan, and I want to sit and relax with my fan on. All I got to do, there we go, and let's crank it up to max because I want to see how this goes. There we go, and let's do a little oscillation. Share the fan with those around you, or maybe you just want to get the air on your whole body. It is working really, really well, and I can tell you that fan's pretty powerful for a small unit. I can feel it quite well from where I'm sitting, and if you were in an enclosed space like a tent or a vehicle, you would definitely feel this thing running. So there we go, you guys, working perfect. You know, if I wanted a reading light, I've got that. or if I just want to illuminate my tent, and if I want to charge things, as I said, I could hook up cables and be charging my devices from this thing. So lots of practical applications. I am pretty impressed so far. Obviously, I have not really field tested this thing, and I want to get out there and do that, but my initial impression is that this is a pretty useful piece of kit. All right, so there we go, everybody. This is the Ogerie camping fan F11 model. I just want to say thanks to Ojerie for sending this for my review. Really appreciate the opportunity to collaborate, and I will be getting some use out of this thing for sure. There are so many, as I said, practical applications to this, including overnight fishing trips in the spider van where I might be out and it's hot out and I just need to be cooled off. So we will definitely be testing this thing out further this year, and I look forward to doing that. All right, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys like these reviews, or you're looking for other content like this, as well as my regular fishing videos, which of course I do every week, stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, but it sure helps me out. And we also have other opportunities for you to get involved in the channel, like our channel memberships. With that, if you like the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and until next time, good fishing.